Good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing great today, and the topic of this video will be how we should strive hard, or better, how to stop procrastinating and start doing what needs to be done in order to achieve a good life, a happy life. And you can see this as part 2 of how to achieve your dreams. I'll link it at the end of the video and also make a playlist so you could also watch it this way. But without further ado, let's start with procrastination, because this is one of the main causes we can't achieve actually anything. And the perfect example is the biggest fool in the room, myself. Just yesterday I spent 4 hours watching anime and another 3 hours playing video games. That's 7 hours. For this I sacrificed sleep and giving my girlfriend 100% of attention. So I sacrificed 2 things what's most important in order to just have some entertainment in life. And that's dumb. Doesn't make any sense logically, it just makes sense for those who act only impulsively, and I don't want to be dumb anymore. And if you now come with the argument that procrastination or entertainment in life is helpful or is needed to achieve a good life because this is the only way it will bring fun, then I don't really think you believe in that yourself. Because one thing I wouldn't describe hanging out and doing things with the people you like, you love, as procrastination, because it actually develops the relationships you have with those people and makes you generally happy for every point after in time. And when this didn't convince you that you just waste your life, we could also do the math. We have 24 hours a day. 8 of those hours we should sleep. You should get enough sleep to proper function. Then you only have 16 hours left. 8 of those hours going to school or work. Then you only have 8 hours a day left. You need to eat. That's also 1 to 2 hours. Now you only have 7 hours. And in those 7 hours you can decide on a few things. You can walk out, you can study, you can improve your skills, you can hang out with friends, or you sit isolated in your room and watch the 3rd time in a row Jujutsu Kaisen. Because if you watch like 2 hours, you lost just 2 hours of progress, 2 hours in which you could achieve something great, something incredible. And that's sad. You're wasting your potential for something that doesn't bring you anything, which only makes you lose time on this earth, and we only have so much. I think in the Daily Stoic, link Ryan Holiday's YouTube channel up here, he talks also about that we die every day. Death is a process which continues every day, every second we breathe, and we only grow older. So they finally decided you want to stop procrastinating. I don't really know how, I just generally interested in how to manage your time you have left on a day, those 7 hours I talked about. You need to plan and manage your time. And this can be done by just knowing what needs to be done and how much time it will take. And then just order by priority, and don't order by I need to do this, and that today. No, just single out the one thing you know you need to do in order to be satisfied with your day, but also push you further in life or to your goals. And this goal you're gonna achieve first. And that's the only thing which matters this day. And you estimate roundabout how long it will take. And we just add half an hour. So I just have the time to can actually concentrate on it and don't have the pressure on me that it needs to be finished. I am finished when I am finished, and not when some stupid time tells me to do it. And if you've finished that goal, then go on to the next one. Just down your priorities. And don't be afraid of not getting every point on your list managed to be in your time plan, because that's not what you're aiming for. You're aiming for perfection. I think you rather do 20% of the stuff which will give you 80% of the revenue you want to achieve than do every task but only achieve 50% of the revenue you wanted. And so we just hop onto the train and go to focus. Focus means that you single out one activity you want to do, and everything else, literally everything else, becomes meaningless. That's how you achieve focus. Not by sitting there and say I need to focus on that one, but simultaneously hearing some music and waiting for a message of your girlfriend, and I don't know what else you want to do, but that's way too much. Maybe eat something. The only important thing in this situation is that you fulfill your task it's actually not that hard to just focus on something. You just need to let everything else not distract you. You need to free yourself from everything which will lead to procrastination. And I think this is manageable for every one of you. And yeah, sometimes you need rest. Our bodies can't work 100% each day. I think John Peterson said it. He can't do focus work longer than 3-4 hours, because then he's burned out. And he won't go to this place called burnout, because it will only bring suffer and in the end slow you down. I don't know in which video I saw it, but he talks about you should aim to work as high, as focused as possible, as concentrated as possible, to be as close as possible at the burnout line. But if you're too close, you should just stop and rest. I think this approach is a good idea and good to get the concept of just working hard, but if you can't focus anymore, just stop. Because we only have limited energy a day, and stress makes you older, and every one of you wants to live a long and happy life, to actually enjoy the achievements you have made and tell stories, like in a legendary video I did a few weeks ago. And also stress makes you look old, and looking old is not quite the goal of many of you think. Just want to tell you that rest is an important part of each process, and if you don't get it, our results won't be as magnificent as they would be with. But now we come to my last point, and I think this is one of the hardest things we need to confront. We need motivation. And motivation isn't always there, but that is not a problem. There are also quite some solutions. Number one is that you just go through the struggle, and yeah, even if you don't want to work for your goals, if you really have no motivation left to sit down and do something, then just remember that if you can do it in hard times, you will do it in easy times. But if you only do it in easy times, you will never be able to do it in hard times. You just need to stick to it, I might say. I think I also made a video about that one. But the second option for you could be that you just make it a habit. That you don't really think about working on your project, but just wake up and do it. Because it's so programmed in your daily schedule that you can't do otherwise. It just goes automatic. And if those two won't help you get your motivation, if you really think, yeah, but I really can't. I don't have any more motivation left to do this now. I really don't want to, and I know it's gonna be shit in the end, so why should I try? There's also the last resort left in watching motivation videos, and this actually works. I tried it out myself, and that's cool. We have the internet, why shouldn't we abuse it for our own growth? But this is already the end of the video, and to get everything together, maybe start by being aware that you're wasting time, that you're procrastinating. Maybe just start working, or start planning your day appropriate. Your next day, this day, what can you do with the time left you have, and do the most important thing first. So concentrate your focus and don't get distractions in your way, and just do it. You'll be surprised if you just start doing things, how much you can achieve. And with enough rest in between, it is actually possible. Because you actually want to be better, you want to achieve your dreams, and this is so admirable. You should be proud of yourself. Give it your heart, and goodbye.